Good morning, everyone. Today I will cover discrete manufacturing versus process manufacturing. Manufacturing is basically the process of converting the raw materials into finished products, and primarily we have two types of manufacturing: the discrete and the process one. So I'm comparing these two on basis of some features. The first one is nature of output. In discrete manufacturing, the output is distinct and countable items. You can count that particular items which you created through discrete manufacturing. In process manufacturing, the output is continuous and or bulk materials. Basically, the output is in bulk quantity. Second feature is production method, assembly of components. In discrete manufacturing, we generally assemble different components to get the final product. In process manufacturing, the production method followed is mixing, blending, or chemical transformation, or it can be other method also. Document used in discrete manufacturing is bill of materials, which generally called BOM, and in process manufacturing the document used is recipe or a formula. Customization: in discrete manufacturing high customization is possible, like models or variants. In process manufacturing customization is quite low, generally batch specific customization is possible. I will tell you in few minutes. Reversibility: in discrete manufacturing reversibility is possible. You can disassemble the product you created, but in process manufacturing it cannot be reversed once processed. Measurement unit: in discrete manufacturing you generally count the item in units or pieces. In process manufacturing you generally count the item or the product produced in liters, kilograms, gallon, etc. Basically, volumetric units are used in process manufacturing. Real life example of discrete manufacturing is to create the chair. Workers or machine take specific components: a seat pan, a backrest, five casters, a hydraulic lift, and armrest, and fasten them together. So, in order to create a chair, workers or machines take specific components which I just mentioned. So, here, in case a hydraulic lift is faulty, so you can replace that particular hydraulic lift with a new one. There is no need to make any changes in the armrest, backrest, or a seat pan. So, you can disassemble a particular product and replace it with a new one. So, the chair is created in a proper way. There is no need to disassemble all the components and assemble them. In case one out of five or six component is faulty, you can disassemble or sorry replace that particular component with a new one, and you can assemble them to get the finished product. Let's say in this example in chair you can disassemble anything, like seat pan. You can disassemble seat pan or a backrest or a hydraulic lift or armrest. So the products which you use to create a chair final product, you can disassemble them into separate ones. So this is discrete manufacturing. The item created is discrete, and as I told you, customization is possible. Like if you want a different variety of chair, or if you want any customization in your chair, let's say in your backrest or seat pan or any other stuff, you can customize. And you generally you count the products, like there are 5 chairs, there are 10 unit, or there are 20 pieces of some product, so you can count in that manner. Whereas in process manufacturing, let's say take an example of a crude oil. and you subject it to thermal and chemical processes to break it down into various products like petrol, diesel, naphtha, LPG, etc. So, petrol, crude oil, you basically put in a distillation plant and going through different processes, you get different products like petrol, diesel, naphtha, LPG, or any other product. But in process manufacturing, once the final product is produced, you cannot get back to the raw material, which is the basic definition of a manufacturing. Let's say you will try to mix petrol or diesel to get back crude oil, which is impossible. So once the final product is available, you cannot get back to the initial raw material, which is crude oil in our case. Let's say you try to mix naphtha or LPG to get the crude oil, which is impossible. So, measuring unit is liters. You generally measure the crude oil in gallon, liters, or similar unit. As I told you, reversibility cannot be reversed once produced. Batch specific. It generally follows a particular recipe or a formula. There are particular processes to produce a final product. Mixing, blending, chemical transformation, or any other process is generally followed in process manufacturing, and generally the process manufacturing produces the item in bulk. So, this is a very simplest comparison between discrete manufacturing and process manufacturing. So, to be very short, like a real life example, I'm giving you a real life example, another one. In discrete manufacturing, let's say you are assembling a phone. सो उसका एक स्क्रीन है, उसकी बैटरी है, और भी उसकी जो चीज़ें हैं. आफ्टर दैट यू असेंबल अ फ़ोन, बट यू फिगर आउट दैट उसकी बैटरी या उसकी स्क्रीन या उसका जो टच है या जो भी और भी चीज़ें हैं वो एक फॉल्टी है. सो यू डिसम्बल दैट पार्ट, you remove that part and you will replace that part with a new one, and a final product is produced. Or if you want to disassemble every single part, you can disassemble that also. Like आप बैटरी को अलग कर सकते हो, आप बैक का कवर अलग कर सकते हो, आप जो चार्जिंग का स्लॉट है उसको अलग कर सकते हो, आप उसकी स्क्रीन को अलग कर सकते हो. So once you disassemble, you get the initial raw materials, and you generally measure these stuff in units or pieces, like say 10 batteries, 20 screen, 20 charging pins, and customization is also possible in that case. Whereas in process manufacturing, let's say आप एक कॉफ़ी बना रहे हो. So for coffee you need a raw material लाइक कॉफ़ी बीन्स है या कॉफ़ी पाउडर है या पानी है या दूध है, शुगर है, या और भी जो भी आपको उसमें चीज़ें डालनी है, यू कैन ऐड दैट. सो कॉफ़ी को आप हीट कर रहे हो, उसके बाद आपने उसमें चीनी डाली या आपने उसमें दूध डाला या पानी डाला. जनरली ब्लैक कॉफ़ी अगर आपको पीनी है, और अगर आपको नॉर्मल कॉफ़ी पीनी है, यू कैन ऐड एडिशनल stuff also. But once the coffee is prepared, you cannot go back to the raw materials. आप कॉफ़ी में से दूध अलग नहीं कर सकते, या पानी अलग नहीं कर सकते, या चीनी अलग नहीं कर सकते. ओके. और ये बैच में क्रिएट होती हैं. लाइक जब भी आप किसी कॉफ़ी होटल पे जाओगे तो उसके बैचेस क्रिएट होता है. अगर लाइट से मिल्क आपका ठीक नहीं था या आपका वाटर ठीक नहीं था, यू कैन सिंपली डिसरिगार्ड द बैच. आप उस पूरे बैच को फेंक दोगे या उसको हटा दोगे. एंड जनरली वो लीटर्स में मेज़र होता है, और या गैलन्स में जो भी आपकी है. एंड देर इज़ अ पर्टिकुलर रेसिपी और अ फार्मूला टू मेक अ कॉफ़ी. So I hope it is quite clear to you the basic difference between discrete manufacturing and process manufacturing. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel to get more informational videos. Thank you for watching this video.